to That Dad Guy. Today's October 22nd, 2023, and I've got a bunch of cards that I can send. I've got 9 official cards I can send out for postcrossing. If you don't know what postcrossing is, it is the exchange of postcards with strangers around the world. That's basically what it is. You sign up at postcrossing.com. When you first get to go, you get to send 5 cards. When they reach their destination, people will register them, and then cards will get returned to you. Not from those people, but from other random people. It's a great way to exchange pictures of your community or postcards of things that interest you, interest them. People will fill out their profiles asking for certain types of cards. You don't have to send those if you don't have them, but it gives you a better indication of how to pick a card for somebody and maybe decorate it or whatever. So in this video, if you're getting a chance to tune in for the first time, you like it, subscribe, leave a like, send a positive comment, share with other people. That's the great thing about this channel and this hobby. So what I'm going to show you today is the 9 cards that I've selected. I'll read their profiles, kind of tell you how I've selected these cards and why. And that's what this is about. Now, normally I'd also I would tell you about the direct swaps or thank yous that I'm going to be sending out too in correspondence with all the mail that arrived on my Friday video that I show. But because I had an overwhelming amount of mail come in this weekend and through the week rather, I just don't have time to do all of it today and pick all those cards. I have other commitments as well that I want to do, and I'm going to talk about a few other things that are in the works. So that's why you're not going to get to see the direct swaps this week. So whoever receives them will have a surprise card coming. All right, let's get into the actual official cards that I'm sending out. The first one's going to the Czech Republic. And I really like this profile because it is a couple doing it together. It says, welcome to our website or our profile. Greetings from our small village in the Czech Republic. We are 2 high school classmates who found each other years later. We've been partners for several months. She is a social worker at home for wheelchair users, and he works in a swimming pool factory. We buy postcards and stickers. He usually chooses the postcards based on your profile and preferences to make you as happy as possible, and she mostly writes and decorates the postcards. Together, we look forward to what we find in the mailbox. Our hobbies are hiking, cooking, baking, taking care of pets, gardening, and history. We like all kinds of postcards. We are happy most with postcards with travel, seasons like spring, summer, autumn, and winter, or Christmas season as well, monuments, mountains, nature, animals, blue cats, dogs, maps, castles, food, and art. And then they give their birthday and they say, yeah, we'll be happy for every postcard that is sent. So we're going to get a seasonal. You can see all the leaves are changing in the trees there. This is Mahone Bay in Nova Scotia. You've got the 3 churches along there too. A lot of churches for a small community. So even though I'm in New Brunswick, Nova Scotia is right next door. So I am happy to promote things from all of our maritime provinces. Or all of Canada for that matter. I send cards from Toronto and Montreal and Vancouver. Yeah, if you're from outside of Canada and you've never experienced Canada, I am going to try to promote the whole country. I like to promote my area for people that want to travel there, but I'm happy to share the rest of the country too. It's fantastic. All right, the next card is going off to Germany. And it says, hello, fellow postcrossers. She lives in a small town in Hessen, Germany. She is a single mom of 2 lovely kids who are both studying at university. One daughter has a creative hobby and makes beautiful earrings. And her Etsy shop is Earring Bakery, if you want to check it out. And then some things about herself. She loves nature, plants, caring for a garden, and going for hikes or a bike ride. Enjoys traveling international for many years, preferably to the US. You should try Canada, though. As well as within Germany. One of her favorite things to enjoy is the sea, going to the beach, watching for sunsets, or snorkeling. I really love trying new, unusual things. Her hobbies include reading thrillers, crime, or fantasy, watching movies and shows. She enjoys a wide range of genres like The Outlander, Marvel Universe, Walking Dead, Downton Abbey, Stranger Things, Mandalorian, Lord of the Rings. I like all those things too. I had a lot of different pen pals when I was young, so I'm excited to be able to exchange cards again now through Postcrossing. I'd love to be surprised by the card I receive. I'm fine with any card except religious or pornographic, nude, or war prompting postcards, but cards about interests listed above would make me even more happy. And for postcrossers from the US, I'd love to get a card from your state, big letters, greetings from, flags, overview. She collects them all. Maybe you should collect some of the Canadian ones. Just a thought. All right. Anyways, looking forward to your postcards. Happy Postcrossing and stand with Ukraine and all people suffering from war, wishing for peace. All right. Thank you for that. Well, she had a bunch of different things I was going to focus on. She's loved things from the U.S. I have lots of U.S. postcards that are blank that I could have sent her. I had a really nice one of the Santa Monica Pier and wave coming in. And I have some from Old Orchard Beach in Maine, so kind of both coasts for her. But then I thought, she's really focused on the US. Maybe she hasn't spent any time looking at Canada. So I wanted to send something of the eastern coast here, and had this one here of Nova Scotia, pinpointing it on the map for her so she could travel here. And if she comes as far as Nova Scotia, maybe she'll come visit me in New Brunswick, or not me necessarily, but my province of New Brunswick, or go over to Prince Edward Island. Maybe she'll like it so much she'll want to travel the rest of the country too. So that was my thought, why I picked a card from the East Coast to send her. All right, the next card is going to the Netherlands. She is 77 years old and happily retired. She likes to go to exhibitions, museums, all cultural and historical, and loves to travel. But due to an unfortunate incident 10 years ago, she walks with an aid of an elbow crutch. Traveling abroad is out of the question now, but have many happy memories of all her travels in the past. She has a slight preference, but no particular order. She likes orchids, Christmas cards that come in November and December, birthday cards in April, Moomin cards from Finland, everything around tea. She started a collection of foreign alphabet cards, Egyptian or Celtic history, international fairy tales, cats, especially the blue cats, and no dressed up animals or religious cards, please. She likes reading fantasy novels, preferably in English, watching TV. She's a fan of crime series. She also loves watching BBC programs like Strictly Come Dancing, Escape to the Country, The Antique Roadshow, and The Repair Shop. Also a big fan of the Irish group Dubliners for more than 40 years. I look forward to all your cards and stories and wish you all a happy postcrossing. It says, expired postcards. Yes, of course, lots and lots, like everyone else, but I stopped wondering what happened to them, but I still live in hope that one day they will come to life, and luckily, now and again, they do. If you register a card, please leave a message, albeit only thank you. Registrations without any comment is very disappointing. Yeah, it's always nice when someone registers a card just to give a quick blurb of neither why they like the card that they got, or what they're doing, or what had happened that day. All right, she mentioned, excuse me, international fairy tales. So I have some of these fairy tale cards still left over from Yulia from St. Petersburg, who was gracious enough to send me this. And I did a video at one point talking all about the story because I didn't really know much about it. So I looked it up and watched the film on it. And yeah, so hopefully, even though I'm in Canada, I can send a Russian fairy tale and they'll enjoy it. All right, moving on. The next card is going to Germany. I had quite a few Germanys out of the 9 that I could send. This is a little bit more brief. It says he lives near Landau in the southwest of Germany. Likes to play volleyball, interested in sports like music. He's interested in Bruce Springsteen, Sting, Mark Knopfler, and so on. Likes to visit concerts, sporting events, and theaters. Please send me postcards from your town or landscape. All right, he wants from town and landscape. You're going to get this one, A Lighthouse in the Fall. This is from St. Martin's, New Brunswick. So it gives him a little bit different. I thought about some of the musical ones, but I didn't have any cards from those specific artists. So he wanted nature or he wanted something local. That's what he got. The next card is going to Finland. She is 52 years old, has 5 men in her life, her husband and her 4 sons. We live in the countryside and we have 2 cats. Her eldest 2 sons live on their own. She likes hard rock, heavy music, Finnish bands, and then she lists a few of them. And it says, you can recommend some heavy metal hard rock bands from your country that are not so well known? Thanks. I'm not sure that I can, but and it's hard to know what's well known. It may not be as well known to you, but might be well known to me. I don't know. I like, the only one that pops to mind, but it's not even Canadian, I don't think. It's called Five Finger Death Punch. I got a chance to see them because I was working as an usher in one of the local venues at the time. Not normally music I'd go see, but yeah, heavy metal rock. If you're watching, Five Finger Death Punch. She's a cook, a secretary in a small company. Loves cat cards, but you can send me cards with weird, ugly, horrible, or odd on it too. And you know how to get rid of it, send it to me. No self-made cards, please. And she'll try to send a little piece of Finland back. That's if you include your return address. And she says, sorry, but I won't register cards if I haven't received them. All right, so she also talks about Pokemon Go. So I had a real difficulty trying to find something. I went with this one here. It is an anime card. I got these from Jilly Bee, Living Her Life Her Way. So you got to follow her on YouTube as well. If she's into Pokemon, she may be into some other anime series. And so yeah, I've attempted this one. We'll see. Set that one aside. It's funny how week to week the cards that I send are a little bit different. Last week it was almost all cards that were to do with upcoming Halloween, and now not so much. Now maybe some of the direct swaps I will pick will be that way or will be decorated that way, but this week it seems to be more cards about Atlantic Canada. All right, next card is going off to Germany. He comes from a place between Bonn and Cologne. He has 2 cats, which are sisters, and will be turning 6 years old. He loves cats very much, more than any humans. He prefers being around cats than humans. This year, he'd like to get to regular tourist postcards to deal with possible new destinations, but all other postcards are welcome as long as they're not religion, politics, or military. Thank you. So, not a lot of detail other than he would like to learn about other places in the world that he might travel to one day. So, I have this meetup card. It doesn't have any of the signatures on the back, so that means I can fill it with a story and a nice message or stamps or whatever. So this is the flower pots, the rocks here in New Brunswick as a travel destination for him from Germany. And we do have lots of German tourists that come here. The next card is going to Japan. She says she likes sending postcards to her friends and family wherever she travels somewhere. Receiving postcards or letters back from those friends always makes me happy. I also like collecting commemorative stamps when I grow up, so I put rare stamps of Japan when I send postcards. I love to travel abroad so much more and to plan trips. I've visited 27 countries so far and would love to receive postcards from both places that I have visited and have never visited before. Now, I know Anna Green Gables is quite popular in Japan, and I'm not sure if of her 27 countries she visited, Canada was one of them, and if she did come to Canada, whether she came to Atlantic Canada. So I am sending this Did You Know about Prince Edward Island and Anna Green Gables, and if she's interested in Anna Green Gables, maybe this will inspire her to travel to Prince Edward Island and here in the Maritimes. All right, the next one is going to Slovakia, and she studied architecture. She likes animals, has 2 dogs, likes walking with them in the woods, also likes sports, plays volleyball for years, likes all kind of postcards. You can surprise me. If you need tips, she likes animals, flowers, forests, lakes, rivers, nature. I'll be happy for any postcard of your hometown or country. I love 3D cards and maxi cards. If you send them to me, please in an envelope, and please attach your address. I'd like to thank you for such cards. Please, I'm not interested in homemade religious advertising. I would also like to receive greeting cards from Tausendchen edition. Please, if you are sending a 3D card or a maxi card, put them in an envelope. It's a shame when they arrive damaged. Thank you. Happy Postcrossing. Well, that made it easy. She mentioned it over and over again. 3D postcards, and I do have some thanks to my brother Eric. So I have these 3D postcards of Toronto. So I'm going to send it, and I'm going to put it in this envelope that was nicely made by Shara in British Columbia for me. So that will be perfect. It will protect her 3D card, give me a chance to put some stamps on the front that she might enjoy as well. Put that aside. Okay, one more official card going out. It is also going to Germany, and he starts off very interesting. He gives his name, and then he goes meow. And then he says, I'm living in the beautiful town of Dusseldorf on the Rhine. I would very much like cards and photos of any animals as cute as I am, but please, no spiders. I have arachnophobia. I'm afraid of them and even their picture. My favorite animals are pandas, reptiles, and cats. I love blue cats and others. But please, only real postcards. No photos, handmade, recycled greeting cards, or ad-free. Also not into older vintage cards. He says, unwritten in an envelope or written in stamps, do as you like. I'm okay for both. And he does like beautiful stamps. But please never send me anything registered letter because it's not convenient for him to travel into the post office to pick it up. And I said, yes, that's me in the avatar. I'm cute, am I not? Meow. So I did have to look at that. His avatar is a cat. So his pet cat, I assume, is the one running this account. And what would a pet cat like? Well, maybe a bigger pet cat. So of this leopard here at the Magnetic Hill Zoo, I thought it might be an appropriate meow card for this gentleman. So that's it. Those are the 9 official cards that I have to send out this week for Postcrossing. Plus I have an additional 24 cards that I'm going to respond to for direct swaps, some thank yous for birthdays and all the rest. But I'm not going to get to those today, so I won't show you those cards because I haven't picked those cards out, frankly. I am going to get to them over the next few days. Now, on top of that, see this case here behind me? I am going to be starting. Right now, my blank postcards are in here. I've got stickers in here. I've got some washi tape in here. These 2 things are left over from my mother's place. Has her sewing kits in it. And the one on the very bottom just kind of has newspaper articles and things in it. Well, I have another one like that. And I'm going to start taking my cards that are in binders. And I'm going to start separating them by country and putting them in bins like that. Just as a way of managing it. I have been fortunate enough to just pass the 500 cards sent and received with Postcrossing, but I have an additional 1,500 cards that I've received from all of you folks out there, and it's just getting too expensive to be putting them in plastic sleeves and binders. It was a great way to view them and going back and look at them, but now I'm realizing I can't do that with all my cards. So I have all the binders, I have all the sleeves, which is great. So I'm going to leave the official Postcrossing ones, because I only have 500 of those still in those binders for right now. And I'm going to take the other 1,500 direct swaps. I'm going to separate them by country, and I'm going to put them in these plastic tub containers. And they're a bit bigger, so hopefully will mean that unusual size cards too are going to fit in there. I may break them down even further by people that I know within those countries. Well, I mean, I know them all, but let's use Jilly B for an example. I know Jilly B, and I know Bex, and I know Michelle, all in England, and I get cards from them all. So within England, I may break them down and put all the Jillys together, all Michelles together, all Bex together, things like that. So that's what I'm looking to do to sort. Now, on top of that, I went to Costco yesterday. No, 2 days ago now, and got a new book. Now, this is the book that I got, new Jeffrey Archer book. I haven't been reading lately, and I used to be an avid reader. I just find that I go to work in the morning, I come home, I work on a YouTube video. While I'm editing the video, I usually am got some laundry in or something, and I'm watching television. And I'm watching a lot of television, so I'm doing all those sort of things. So what I want to challenge myself to do is, one, go back to this book, which you can see I am almost done, and I just stopped reading. I need to go back, finish this book, and then get into this. I want to do an hour a day on days that I'm not completely blocked full of things that I need to do, but just block off an hour that I normally would watch television, sit down and read. I need to change the mindset a bit of what I'm doing. I do love television and watch a lot of it, but I find that I just like binge through a program. I get into the next one, I binge through that program. I get to the point where I've forgotten that I've already watched the program before, that I'm going through so much. So I want to slow it down a little bit. I want to give my brain a chance to think without the images. And that's the great thing about books, is that you can read the story, you can imagine what the characters look like, and kind of immerse yourself in it a bit. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to slow things down a little bit starting this week. I'm still going to do my job that I have to do. I'm still going to be producing videos for you guys like I always do. But I'm going to cut down the television just by an hour. Take an hour out and read. That should be enough to slow down a little bit and take it all in. I am finding that the days, weeks, months are just flying by right now. The gray hair is all-encompassing because I'm getting older quicker. And I want to make sure that I'm taking it all in, that I'm making the most of what I'm doing. I keep talking about cleaning and organizing. This was the weekend. We were going to declutter and do all that. We didn't touch any of that. We did other things. We watched a lot of television. We did grocery shopping. It was supposed to rain all weekend. It drizzled a bit yesterday. I wouldn't say it rained a lot. Today it's raining, but whether it will continue, I don't know. And yeah, time to slow down, take a breath, and enjoy life. That's what we're going to do. So today, I've got 9 postcards. That's my commitment. I'm going to write the 9 postcards, get those out, and then go do my other things that I need to do, which include laundry and supper and all the other fun things that are doing, but also getting a chance to socialize and take in what is going on around it. Look at the colors that are outside, that the leaves are blowing off the trees quickly. Hopefully you're going to do the same. Take a breath, enjoy, and thanks for tuning in once again to my channel. And I hope you're a part of it going forward and are all subscribed up and looking forward to the next video. All right, have a magical week. What, Polo? You say like, subscribe, share, and tell all your friends.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?